Morning. Look a second at the first Rashi in the parasha. It's page 198. It's Parashat Vayeshev. Vayeshev Yaakov be'eretz megorei aviv be'eretz Canaan. So the English translation, of course, is always Pshat. Yaakov settled. Look at the Rashi. Rashi says, Rashi is a long Rashi. I'm just showing you. Look at the bottom. אלה תולדות יעקב, יוסף בן 17 שנה. אלה תולדות יעקב, means those are the offspring. Yosef is the only one, there are 10 others. Says Rashi, יוסף בן 17 שנה, על ידי זה נתגלגלו וירדו למצרים. This is the beginning of the departure or the fulfillment of ברית בין הבתרים. ומדרש אגדה, look at the last, I have it there. ומדרש אגדה, הדיבור המתחיל עם רשילה, is יוסף בן 17 שנה, the third line. ומדרש אגדה, listen carefully. תלה כתוב תולדות יעקב ויוסף. יעקב and Yosef have very similar background. אחת, שכל עצמו של יעקב לא עבד אצל לבן אלא ברחל. The reason why Yaakov really originally came to Laban was from the mother of Yosef. So אלה תולדות Yaakov. If you want to know the real offspring of Yaakov, this is Yosef, because this was the main kavanah. And if you really follow Tanakh, Rachel is always looked upon as the wife. ושהיה זיו עיקונים של יוסף דומה לו. If you looked on Yosef, the image reminded me of the father, not by Reuven, not by Shimon, etc. Third, בכל מה שאירע ליעקב, אירע ליוסף. Whatever happened to Yaakov happened to Yosef. Then he stopped, but then he stopped. Esav hates Yosef, Yaakov. The brothers hate Yosef. זה אחד מבקשים להורגו. The brothers are trying to eliminate him by Yosef and of course by Yaakov, Esav. Okay, so basically again the question is, how can you say Eile Toldot Yaakov Yosef if there are other 10? Yes, the answer is this is the beginning of the departure to Mitzrayim. Toldot is not only the offspring, but fine. Now listen to what she says now. ועוד נדרש בו, listen to this Rashi. ביקש יעקב להישב בשלווה. Remember, in the worlds we live in, most of us in the religious community, you work hard for X amount of years, you retire, you move to Florida, you move to other places. There's a fellow in my shul, he's moving to Lakewood end of next week, successful businessman. Is there anything wrong in that? Of course not. Says Rashi, ביקש יעקב להישב בשלווה. Yaakov wanted to settle to move to Florida. Is there anything wrong there? Of course not. קפץ עליו רוגזו של יוסף. Right away he has the problem of Yosef. צדיקים מבקשים להישב בשלווה. There's a point he would like. אומר הקדוש, remember the key word is the way Jack says. I used it first for the looks like, okay, let's take it easy. לא דיין לצדיקים, מה שמתוקן להם לעולם הבא, אלא שמבקשים להישב בעולם הזה. So normally if you read the Rashi, listen, Florida is not the place, there's another Florida. This is normally, later on. This is normally a you learn the Rashi. Comes the Khatam Sofer. He says a totally different shot. This is what he says. There's a Gemara that you heard, and I'm sure you have 88% Torah on it, and all of them are very good. Depends when you heard them, but that's the Chtam Sofer says. The Gemara says in Masechet Berachot, in Daf Hey, Rabbi Eliezer Chalash. Rabbi Eliezer became sick. Now, normally the Gemara Chalash means he's close to death. Al Legabe Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan comes to visit him. Chazar, Rabbi Yochanan noticed that Rabbi Eliezer, the sick rabbi, is crying. Chazar de Habekagani, Bayit Afer, he lives in a very dark basement. Gali Ledare, he unrolled his sleeve and he illuminated light. This is the time film there. Chazie de Habekabach. And he goes, he's okay. It's a lot. Chazie, now that there is light in the room, Rabbi Yochanan noticed that Rabbi Eliezer is crying. Amar le amai kabach. Remember, you are on your deathbed. What are you crying now? Imishum Torah de lo afshit. Maybe you did not achieve the goals that you wanted to achieve in Torah. Shaninu, we learn. אחד המרבה ואחד הממית, ובלבד שיכוון לכל השמיים. Regardless of the quantity, yes, as long as you did the best you can, it's enough. What's the point of flying? But listen to this line. ואם מישהו מזונה, says Rashi, if the reason is because you are dirty, poor, look at it, leaves it, there's no light there. לא כל אדם זוכר לשתי שולחנות. Rabbi Yochanan comforts him, not everyone. Now, can you imagine you're going to visit someone who lived very poor? You're coming to visit him on his deathbed, and he's crying, I never had a BMW. I never had a BMW, I never went to Florida, I never played tennis.
Nobody cares about it.
Now you're thinking about where you're going to be buried. Says the Khatam Sofer, but remember, this is the Khatam Sofer, not local or not Sudash Rishit. He says people are being set in the world with many challenges. Some people have the challenges of being poor, suffer, pressure, health, and some are very successful, but they have their own challenges with the success. So he's telling him, are you crying because you never had the other challenge? To be a perfect man, a perfect man. In the time of Reb Chaim Brish, there was a fellow that was famous in Russia, a big philanthropist. He really gave. He's like a classic one, if you want to say, Then he lost most of his money. People came to Reb Chaim Brish, they told him, no. I said, all the divrei Torah that people want you to give. So he says this man reached the level that he was challenged when he had money. Now he's reaching
the
other challenge. This is what the rabbi is telling him. Are you crying because you never had the other challenge? This is your mission. Says the Khatam Sofer, Bikes Yaakov Yeshev Shalva. Yaakov says, up till now, my life was full of bumps, problems. This was my challenge. The Yeshev Shalva, he wants now to have the other challenge. Take the Rashi and put it here. Yeah?
Sounds like David. David requested challenges and it was a problem, right, Rabbi?
No, that was test.
Something totally different. Over there, it's a particular challenge to be listed as Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Here we are saying every person in life, at the end of the day, is we're part of the game, part of the jungle, anyway you look at it. Question is, what's your challenge and how did you go? So Yaakov Avinu, this is not.
This is not.
This is this. You're
on a different page. Different book.
So Hashem says to Yaakov, this is your challenge in life. This is a different.
Seems like he was always settled when he went to Mitzrayim. When he went down to Mitzrayim, we don't read about him. Basically,
this request that he has now, but remember, like for the next 22 years.
No, no, it's not coming right now, but eventually.
Eventually, yes.
But amazing, his peace is not even there to Israel, it's in Mitzrayim.
Right.
I think it's driven by the word Vayeshev.
It's not even though.
No, but this is exactly what. This is exactly what.
So why does Rashi have to word all of a sudden the word Vayeshev? I mean, we all know what the word Vayeshev is.
This is exactly what bothers us. This is why you have 3-4 pshatim in Rashi.
Right.
But the word Vayeshev is not.
And that same concept, continues later into the Haggadah, because they had that discussion, did Yaakov go down Lehishtakeah b'Mitzrayim, lo Lehishtakeah?
Agar lagur, lo lishtakeah.
Right, Vayeshev, back to the same word again.
Yeah, that's a very good explanation along the lines we had discussed.
Yeah, what are they
Very
saying?
long, that's too long.
Okay, well, no, but this is the point. I mean, the point is not the regular.
Abraham, he had 35 years, we don't read anything about,
Who?
right? Abraham. They seem to be, I assume maybe in peace. He marries Keturah, however you want to explain it. And there's nothing written about it till the end.
Because Abraham reached the epitome by Akedat Yitzchak. So
when Yitzchak got married at 40, that was his,
right. Yitzchak goes into. This is why we have Abraham. You have 3 parashot, and Yitzchak you have barely one parasha. Did you ever think why did Reuven try to really interfere on behalf of? Look a second. The brothers somehow agree that you have to punish him. Look at page 202. Look at 202 pasuk. But Yosef is approaching. You realize that when his father sent him to the mission, his father knew this is a dangerous mission. And Yosef, Yaakov, Rashi doesn't bring it, but the Midrash says that Yaakov is asking Yosef, are you sure you want to go? And Yosef says yes. He's not afraid. The Maharal explains that the original mission was go to Shechem. Look a second. Look on top of 202. וילכו אחיו לראות את צאן אביהם בשכם, ויאמר ישראל אל יוסף, הלא אחיך רועים בשכם. לך ואשלחך עליהם. The original mission is, this is pasuk Yudbet, pasuk Yudbet. The original mission was go to Shechem, and remember, Yaakov and Yosef both know that this is not a simple mission. Yosef says, if this will please you, I would definitely take it. We have a general rule, Shluchei mitzvah anam mizukim. This is a real Shaliach mitzvah. Why? He knew in advance he is going into the lion's den. And he's saying to his dad, if this is what you want, where is the rule of Shluchei mitzvah anam mizukim? Says the Maharal, look at the Maharal. He comes to Shechem, and his brothers are not there. He's looking, he's following there. Your mission is over. I sent you. The protection of Shluchei Mitzvah was the mission to Shechem. Yosef,
On his own.
quote unquote, should have come back. Abba, I went, they're not there. Vayimtzeh wish. He found someone. Vayomer et achai Elohim mevakesh. You ever think about it? You are nowhere in Nevada, in the desert. And you meet a fellow, and he says to him, I see that you're wondering, what are you looking for? My brothers. Now, trillion people, my brothers look different than others. Look at me and look into my brothers. Pasuk is Achai Anochi Mevakesh. I'm looking for brotherhood. You realize what he's saying? The reason I went is that Achai Anochi Mevakesh. The cancer that follows the Jewish community is that we forget that Achai Anochi Mevakesh. We Mevakesh ourselves to be with Achai, not Mevakesh. Anyway, fine. The fellow tells him, I heard that your brother, I heard him saying. Now let's go Pasuk Yudchet. ויראו אותו מרחוק, ובטרם יקרב עליהם, before he approached, ויתנכלו אותו לעמיתו.
Rabbi Prat, can I ask you a question? What period of time passed between the time with Dinah in Shechem and now Shechem?
It's a good question. It's with
Because of all the places that
good
you can
question.
go, Mela.
the text, Yaakov was in, remember, Yaakov left Lavan. He stayed by Shechem 18 months. It says he stayed 18 months. Then he's going back to Beit El, to offer the korbanot, yes. So it's, let's say from the time they left Lavan, it's within 3 years. So they didn't look at Shechem. We know what Shechem represents to us. But if you remember,
we go by Yosef also. Yosef was born when? We know that it tells us that he's 17 here. So when was he born? In the 14th, he worked. When did Jacob give?
After 7 years, he marries
Rachel. So then he was here another 7 and 8 is 15 years. And now Yosef is 17.
Yeah. Look at 7. Oh no, more years. Shimon at that time was 13 when they killed Shechem.
And how old was Yosef?
If Yosef now is 17,
how old was Yosef?
Yosef is about 2 years, 3 years after him. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. So it seems to be about 2 years.
Yeah, at least, yes. Anyway, listen to this.
More, like 5, 6 years.
But 5 years. 5 years. Exactly, it's 5 years.
By what the percentage between Shimon
by Yomru ish. No, you see the psukim. There were 7 months between each one of these. And after she had 4, 6, when Yosef is born. So when Yosef is born, Shimon is approximately 4 years old. Remember, by Shechem, Shimon is 13. Yosef now is 17. It's in 5, 6 years. ויאמרו איש אל אחיו, הנה בעל החלומות הזה, בהיר that the dreamer is here. You see, the dreams is what is haunting me, yes? ועתה, לכו ונהרגי ולהזכיר לי ונשליכי ואכל הבורות, ואמרנו, חיה רעה חלתי, ונראה מה יהיו חלומותיו. So normally you read it in a sarcastic way. Let's see how his dreams are being fulfilled. Vayishma Reuven, what is Vayishma Reuven? Did you ever think about it? This is 11 brothers, yes? Binyamin is not 10 brothers. Binyamin is not there. What is Vayishma? He's there.
He read between the lines, obviously.
In a second. Vayatzileu miyadam. He is the one that is interfering. No, cannot nefesh. Why Reuven? It's fascinating.
He made teshuvah at this time.
What you heard with the Rashi later, Vayashav Reuven Rabbu. What is it, Vayashav? Where is it coming back? Vayashav is Sakon Ta'alito. This is the psukim later. Look a second. If you remember, Binyamin, Reuven is haunted by the fact that he made a mistake with Bilhah, whatever he made. Right? And the Gemara says he did something wrong and he knows that Yaakov is upset. As far as Reuven, he doesn't know if he would ever be considered one of the brothers. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
What did Yosef see in the dream? Hashemesh, Hayareach, Achadas, which means my brother is telling me a dream that I am part of the 11. So you realize this man is my uncle, yes? He is my uncle. This is why Reuven interferes. One explanation.
Is that what it has a motive, what do you call it? Ulterior motive?
It's called Hakarata too.
Again, I missed it. How's he his ankle?
So the dream, 11.
Reuven figures I'm out. And he is bringing in me. The second one, this is connected to what you mentioned before. The second interpretation is he believes that he has to do something very special to atone for what he did and to be pleased by his father. So he figures, if I'm doing that, and later Yaakov finds out that the reason Yosef is going to tell him he's alive, or at least he's back because of me, Yaakov is going to listen to this. So this is two reasons. Look further what happened. Look further what happened.
Can I ask you if he was? Okay, sure.
Please. Look at Pasuk 29 on page 204. Perek Lamed Zayin, Pasuk 29. Here, listen, this is what you said before. Look at 204. Vayashav Reuven. Hear this? Vayashav Reuven. Reuven is coming back, and Yosef is not in the pit. Where is he coming back from? Vayashav Reuven אל הבור, והנה אין יוסף בבור. ויקרא את בגדיו, and so he brings, what are you? וישב אל אחיו, he comes back, and he says to them, and he says to his brothers, הילד איננו, ואני אנה אני בא.
So went to morning when he went to that point?
Let's look the Rashi. You see Pasuk 29, Rashi on the bottom. Rashi on the bottom left. וישב ראובן ובמכירתו, when Yosef is sold, Reuven was not present. Why? Turn to page 206 on top. two pshatim. שהגיע יומו לילך ולשמש את אביו. Really? The brothers took turns who goes back to assist our father. So he left. Fine. וישב, is coming back. דבר אחר, listen to this. היה עסוק בשקו ובתעניתו. This is what you mentioned. You see the Rashi? היה עסוק בשקו ובתעניתו. היה עסוק, is busy crying and mourning על שבלבל יצוריו. How can you say this pshat here? How is this connected to our topic? Again, וישב ראובן. Remember, Reuven interfered and he wants to save him.
I heard it.
What?
Yeah.
So here Vayashav, not that he went to the father, is back crying and atoning for the mistake he made. How is this connected with the story? But if you take the reason I am interfering is because this is my card to come back to the family. Now that he is gone, I lost it. I have to cry again. This is,
Wow.
this is how you learn text at a different level. Not yes. He believed that by him interfering, Yaakov will find out that he, Yosef is back because of him, the father would forgive him. But now that Yosef is not there, he has to start to cry. So that's why Yashem, he comes back distance-wise to the same behavior that he had in the last few months or few years. Yes.
So his first impulse must be that he's dead.
This,
That's why, you know.
The other tear is gone.
Oh, let's put it this way: he would never come home because no one knows now where he is because he was sold.
But the fact that he tears his garment like
This is the point. He tells it because
he
I am back in Abelut. And what I did, I have to. Who knows what my destiny is going to be?
maybe he's not able because he thinks his brother's dead.
Maybe. No, normally you're not doing Abelut until you know for sure that he's dead.
You're just saying now, not that he returned from Sako,
Right.
but now he's entering new into
Oh,
his
he's coming back. He was mitaber. He was crying and acting Abelut because of the mistake he made, and he stopped when he gave the advice. But now he continues what he did before. Vayashav chozer to what he did before.
He returned to his.
You know why?
Yes,
Because it was film. No, it was a bilha. He moved the bed.
Okay. Now look at something fascinating. Show you how Yosef really calculated how Reuven. I'm sorry, Larry. What did you?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead.
Now pay attention to the Chumash that normally we just hear. Look again on 204. Remember, this is Reuven interfering the first time.
Yes.
Look a second on 204, the first pasuk when Reuven interferes the first time. ויאמר עליהם ראובן אל תשפכו דם, השליכו אותו אל הבור הזה. מה זה הזה? Let's have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. בור A.
You know what was in there?
Listen carefully what we are learning text now. אל הבור הזה.
This one.
This one. ויד אל תשלחו בו. Okay? Listen carefully. Then, remember, he disappears. Now, look a second, the pasuk Chavdaled. ויקחו, וישליכו אותו הבורה.
Different.
Different בור. והבור ריק.
אין בו מים.
אין בו מים. Everyone is asking the question. The Gemara in Masechet Shabbos says, that the בור, look at the Rashi, please. Look at the Rashi, the very famous Rashi, correct? Rashi says on the fourth line, yes, והבור ריק אין בו מים, says Rashi, משמע שנאמר והבור ריק איני יודע שאין בו מים, it's empty. מה התלמוד לומר אין בו מים? מים אין בו, אבל נחשים ועקרבים יש בו. Everyone is asking the question. So what did Reuven achieve by suggesting, let's put him in a pit, there are scorpions and poisonous that he's going to die?
Yeah.
Who's letting Hashem, Rabbi?
Before the Or Chaim a second, if you take the interpretation that we just said, he pointed out to a board that did not have scorpions.
Oh, okay.
They
But
switched.
this is their text. It is.
Yeah.
The bowl I told you was empty.
Yeah.
They did what they wanted. Yeah. So this the question is down completely.
So the brother
Now-
said there's two
Yeah.
motives.
Now what Eli says what the Or Chaim
I have it, just you can read it. פירוש לפי שאדם בא בתחילה ורצון
Listen, very
להרוג
famous.
איש שלא יתחייב פיתה.
This
מה שאין בו,
shakes people. Yeah.
right, שאין בו חיות רעות לא יפגעו באדם אף לא יחייבו.
The Or Chaim says,
שמיים.
if there are scorpions, they cannot touch you unless you have to die.
Oh, sure.
But human beings,
That's what
Can
we
kill
learned.
somebody
so
before
the
his time.
entire Jewish real community, not the Darshanim, what does it mean? Every move in my life comes from Hashem. So a person wants to kill me, he can kill me. Mama, what does it mean? I saw last night, it's something fascinating. There was a real Oved Hashem that couldn't sleep with this Or Chaim. He went to the kever of the Or Chaim to pray. Hashem should open his eyes to understand. What is he saying? Someone can kill you just because he wants to kill you. Nothing can happen
By chance.
He prayed. He comes back. You have to know Bnei. There's a big shul. Itzkovitz is like hundreds of minyanim a day. He goes to the minyan. After the minyan, someone comes to him, a friend, and says, "You know what? I saw a new pshat in the Or Chaim."
Wow.
What's the new pshat? The new pshat is no one can kill you. But if someone wants to kill you, the heavenly court is opening your file. It's not good. The file is
It's a
open.
thing. It's a midat.
Let's finish the concept. So the heavenly court to open it, and you might be found.
We are much better off not.
Keep it closed.
The reason why in Rosh
Say
Hashanah
no
they suggest to you to pray the real minyan, is because
The group.
when you're in a group of good people, they look on you different. So Rav Steinman, Rav Steinman used to always say this pshat. He says it. Here is the story.
Don't open my books.
This is the same thing.
Which means that
Don't.
if someone is alone in the Sahara Desert and the lion is coming, if he doesn't have to die, he wouldn't die. If a person wants to do it, he needs many more zuchuyot. The example is David, the Gemara Brachot. Don't pass a tree that is shaking. If I don't have to die, I'm not going to die. You need extra zuchuyot to be safe, because the sakana is right there.
But according to this Peshat, it sounds like you're making a person in the same category as an animal. An animal can only kill you if you're.
Again, for hundreds of years, the Or HaChaim died 300 years ago. No one understands what the man says. So this is one pshat that you can sail smoothly through life with this pshat. No one can kill you. But if someone wants to kill you, you have to be much more careful because there are much more chances that they are going to examine your file.
I hear that, and I'm commenting.
This
that
is
it's-
what the Or HaChaim says.
But it sounds like we're taking away the koach of what the Or HaChaim really said, because we're putting it in the same
This is
category
what
as
the
an
Or
animal.
HaChaim says in his Kevin. This is what he meant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what he meant. We're not saying Anin to answer the question. The Or HaChaim meant only to tell you that. If someone is really deciding to harm you, you need closer to you. This is the point. Otherwise, the Or HaChaim is against everything we believe.
No, I don't know.
You know, everyone understands everything that we believe. He says the opposite.
Right.
Now you got the pshat.
Rabbi, is that the reason why the brothers put him in the border with the scorpions? And the
Right, so
snakes to
one,
see if he was
David,
guilty or not?
right, David, one of the explanations is what are the brothers doing? Right? What are the brothers doing? Instead of killing him, let's put him full of scorpions.
Let nature take its
The
course.
answer is animals cannot touch me. If he's a tzaddik, nothing will happen to him. Assuming they knew.
Yeah.
it was
Pretty
scorpions.
bold.
Yeah,
that
but
just says
Rabbi,
expense.
you brought that differentiation up about that Reuben wanted to put him in a clean
This is
floor, and the
Very
brothers
protective.
put him in
I gave
a
you-
knowingly put him in a floor.
I gave you, remember, every time you have questions, I have questions from other dozens of interpretations. This is the ABC of Judaism. This is frightening what is going on. So everyone learns a different. Of course, the pshat I told you,
So they're
Reuven
separating the
Reuven wanted to clean. Now the question is on them. What's the point of not killing him if you're putting him in scorpion?
The rabbi.
Eli, by others are saying is, I'm giving you now a third shot. It is a big difference if you kill someone in his straight or you're tying him up and the lion comes an hour later and consumes him. One is called Gerama, one is called direct.
Right.
The question
Rabbi.
So you
Question
say
is-
that Reuben is asking for
on
Gerama?
Reuven, we gave one answer. The other answer is maybe they didn't know that there are. If you look at the Ramban, which is 800 years ago, the Ramban says they didn't notice that there are Nechashim and Akravim there because all the predators were hiding in the cracks of the bow. You look down, it looks empty.
Or did they care? Their point
Rabbi.
wasn't it? But to put him in the board, their
Yeah,
point was to
But,
kill him.
but
So
at
what's
this point, they are
what's
not,
their- they
they are
start
not
one
sure.
of
They are not sure if he is guilty or not. To realize that we are learning a process of thinking, we are not sure.
Let's see.
but
Let's put him in the board. The
And
board will
let-
decide yes or no. Then they decide, let's sell him. This will be the best proof. He's
But
eliminated.
Rabbi, on that point, Rabbi,
Yes.
on that point, they gave Reuven credit for trying to save him, and Yehuda got discredited. And actually, the brothers said it's all your fault when he took him out of that pit that was the one that was dangerous for him to get killed. And he said, let's sell him. But obviously, the brothers needed an
But
excuse.
remember, the brothers are accusing Yehuda later.
Yeah, yeah.
Father is suffers, they accuse Yehuda. But Be'emet, Yehuda is credited more than Reuven because
Yes,
Reuven
exactly.
should have taken a stronger approach because he's the oldest in the family. They said, listen to him.
So, Rabbi, do you think that Yehuda should have been blamed?
I don't think anything. No one.
No, I mean, it's
No,
think about it.
The answer is.
Family, you can't change.
I mean, if you really want to hear something amazing, but this is the way.
Take the good with the bad.
Let me hear amazing, Rabbi. I'd rather hear you than Mal speaking about somebody.
Yehuda really achieved something major, which is Yosef is safe. The intent was wrong. When he goes later to sleep with Tamar, he achieved Moshiach, but the intent was wrong. This is Midah Kedavim Midah. Hashem is slapping him in his face, yes? We know by the end of the story what he did, Be'emet, he saved Yosef.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But the bottom line is here, we're selling it, I'm in charge of the sale.
Saved him, but he did wrong.
Hashem is showing him what you did with a woman, amazing. You did it wrong. This is midah keneged midah. This is what commentators say, and Yehuda. Look a second on page 206.
Fascinating, Steve Rabbi. Fascinating.
Because we know the story, we know so many interpretations. And every time,
story, 50, 60 years we're listening to the same story.
You discover every time you discover a new.
Human nature is very complex.
I'm amazed.
You can look at the same situation 10 different ways.
But this is 8 years old story.
We're going against that.
David, all this, there are 1,800 interpretations of the Orach Chaim because it frightens to read.
Yeah.
We believe in Hashgacha. What do you mean? What do you say? This pshat,
There's two
put the Orach Chaim in different life.
There's two competing things. So you destined or befirat. You have to befirat to kill it.
It's impossible. What's the difference between a scorpion and a snake?
No, what
A
bothering me is
a heart
that
attack,
Or murder.
or murder. What's the
it
difference?
says
This is
v'yachol.
clear. It comes from.
What bothered me is the word v'yachol harog mi shelo netchayev mita.
If this is a Ramban, then your question is good. But it's the Orach Chaim, which is 500 years after the Ramban. Somebody came and called Vav של האורח חיים, אתה מבין? I mean, תחשוב על
It's
זה.
later is
No, he's saying that the אורח חיים is, if you really know what השגחה, I mean, I'll give you an example just. You heard 8,800 pshatim and Yosef goes down to Mitzrayim and the caravan that takes him is carrying
Also,
spices, perfumes. Oh, so all the pshatim, the kid is 18, he's crying nonstop. And when you're comforting him, what?
Perfume.
If you look at the Sefer, Rabbi Finkel brings 9 pshatim. So here's the point. One of them is going back to the Orach Chaim now. Hashem is showing us that if you're destined to suffer, every 1/10 of an inch of suffering is meant. Here, Yosef, you're destined to suffer this, but not to suffer the bad thing. There is השגחה פרטית on that, but not if I would be alive or dead. ודאי שזה לא יכול להיות, כן? על ראש שנה, David, we hear 101 or 100 באשכנזים, 100 קולות, why? Because the mother of Sisra, when she's crying, who cares if she cries? The Malach is counting.
Yeah.
The mother of Hitler, who cried 80.
But the idea of the
100 stops. Even by a Goya, how many tears we count? But not if I would be alive or dead. My woman.
no, this like
Malach is full, the opposite. This pshat opens the eyes. I mean, of course, the other interpretation, but no one by the end of the day, as the Orach Chaim said, the people can kill you unless you have to be killed.
it's interesting that
Saying a person can die from car accident, from a stroke. There is a bullet. The bullet is his decision, but not he. You're dead. If he decides, he would be the bullet. Normally, the bullet is decided. Here, is it Reuven, Shimon, or Levi? This is not. You feel better at that. Here, this is the pshat.
it's interesting the smell. They have the same situation with Moshe when they put him in the teva. They made sure, but
But listen, this is the question. The kid was kidnapped. He's on the floor crying and begging. Oh, but on the caravan taking you to Egypt, I have a good smell. Who cares? Who has time to?
That's true.
Now, of course, this is one interpretation. You realize that even the bit and discomfort, if you don't deserve to have it, you wouldn't have it. Now, if you want,
Shem was with him. That was me.
in Brisgdale, of course, but it's Torah. In Brisgdale said, if the smell would be stinky, Yosef cannot think. Right Torah. Here it is.
Atmosphere.
It's a classic. You see, you're smiling.
it's a brisk, because that's a
No,
brisk.
but this כל אחד, באמת מזה. No, but this is right. This is it.
In my own personal story, in the event 2008, I had a
This is a
brain.
good example.
I went ton of tests. It was a Thursday night. I went to a brain biopsy that day. I got wires coming out and what's going on here. 2:30 in the morning, my daughter and my wife come into the room, and my son just had a baby boy that night in that hospital. A few floors up to go down, it's going to be the firstborn son of him. The baby's going to be named after me. And right away, I thought of the situation. I said,
No, but
Hashem,
it's exactly
you
this.
sent me the spices. I'm where I have to be.
See, this is a perfect.
And there's the Brit Milah was scheduled exactly the same day of my first chemo. How come?
Correct.
They took me by ambulance from the Brit Milah to the first chemo.
Everyone remembers the Brit was Friday, yes.
But the idea of Besamim are very interesting then.
Ah,
And you have Besamim on Saturday night. It's interesting, the smell idea.
Yeah. Look a second now.
Was Yehuda tricking them when he says, "Ma betaki na roget achi"?
No, he meant, no.
What, just get money for it?
He took control.
Or is he saying, like,
Oh,
is he
Eli-
using it as
Eli-
an
Eli-
excuse? Or is he saying, I really want the money?
No one goes so
No, he's
far.
saying, because Rashi's saying, what, a mamamon. Instead of saying, why should we just kill him, get nothing for it, leave him the boy, let's get some money for him, we'll sell him.
When you talk to certain type of people, you have to make it so far, yeah.
Is this something?
Is this a lot of money?
You do remember
Is that
you do remember the 10 Tanaim that were killed for shoes also, right? It's the same
There's
as
something about
shoes.
shoes, right?
So what is, how else would you explain Betsa? What other?
I'm in the shoe
What do we
business.
gain?
What do we gain?
What do we gain? Ma better, what do we gain by doing it?
Uh-huh.
Let's sell it.
And
But the
so
question
then-
is, why selling? Why don't you give it to them?
Right.
Yeah, give
Okay,
money,
so you
yeah,
get
yeah.
$5, you get those shoes.
All right, but Rashi says mamamon. Okay.
Now listen a second. Let's go to the challenge of challenges of history is yourself and the woman.
Yes.
Okay, look, let's read in 2:14. Pasuk Yudale.
So much here.
Look at Pasuk 11. Now, she's constantly, if you read in Chazal, every day she gets dressed differently, different jewelry, this, that. Vayike Hayom Hazeh, the special day, everyone went to church. So the house is empty. She has an excuse, she doesn't feel good. ויבוא הביתה לעשות מלאכתו, ואין איש, the pasuk says, ואין איש מאנשי הבית, this is the perfect day. ותתפסהו בבגדו, she grabs his garment, לאמור שכבה עימו. ויעזוב בגדו בידה, וינס ויצא החוצה. Now, Yosef comes across as a very smart man. You're leaving the smoking gun in the hands. I mean, this is the only evidence she can have is this.
Yeah.
What's up? And if you really, not to show you that Yosef is not lost in this moment is Vayanas. What's it Vayanas?
What?
He's running out, Vayetze, and he went out. Is he running out or is he walking out? Says the Kli Yakar, from hell, he's running. But if he walks out running, everyone realizes he did something wrong.
Yeah.
Look, he was in full control of the situation.
Wow.
From hell,
Get away quick.
He's running.
Also walk.
the
slowly.
minute he went out, he walks regularly.
You see,
which
a
means-
thief in the street steals something and he walks out like that. He didn't do
which means
anything.
he's in control of the situation. How can you leave the jacket? So Kushiyas and Shumazi says the Ramban, this is Yosef. Likvod Gevirto.
Yeah.
She is the wife of my boss. I cannot do that to push her to drive her. You can say to the back, it's like a joke. It is. Yosef says, I can't do it. What do you mean you can't do it? Your life is hanging on this jacket. I can't. כך אומר רמב"ן, לכבוד גבירתו. He did it out of respect to her. Okay, the other interpretation, of course, is Vayanas achutza means he knew that he has to take it back, but the minute he comes near her, he was afraid that he might fall. He runs out, even though he knows that he leaves the smoking gun by her. Have a wonderful Shabbat.
As a B'nai Noach, he had relations with, he would have been chayav
Everyone,
bitah.
everyone,
Shabbat shalom, Rabbi. Shabbat shalom.
He should be he'd be chayav bitah, just like
definitely, this is what he says, v'chatazi l'elokim, it meant that. Yeah.